It was just this idea that we wanted to sort of put some stuff out there in the world that we didn't feel like was out there in the world. Like there was a channel, maybe there was a channel that I used to work for with a letter and a number attached to it.
I work for that channel still.
What channel?
No,
I don't get DirecTV.
I think I saw you there every once in a while.
You what?
I said I think I saw you there every once in a while.
Yeah, I used to work over there as well. So I'll just kind of go down the line, and so we can talk a little bit about some of the shows we're doing, and if you guys have questions, if you care, I will answer them. The first show that we were talking about is called Just Cause, which is a cosplay show. And we shot, why aren't there cosplay shows? There should be cosplay shows. And so we shot one in New York at New York Comic Con, and then also at Gallifrey One. Gallifrey One has amazing cosplay, by the way. If you've ever been, it's a very small con, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people, but the density of cosplay is amazing. And so I had Matt host the one in LA, and Chloe, who is an insane cosplayer. I don't know if you saw the pictures from San Diego Comic Con, but she cosplayed as what did you want to tell her?
Oh, sure. I cosplayed as GLaDOS, my own sort of design.
Yeah. So we thought we should celebrate cosplay as a program. So that's something that we were doing. The Indoor Kids is a podcast on the Nerdist Network. And it just sort of felt like, why not make a show based on what you guys do?
Which is play video games.
Yeah.
And Steve Agee is going to be joining us for that show as well, so it's going to be three of us discussing video games, playing... Chris, how would you describe the show?
I would describe the show as you guys playing video... I mean, you see a lot of those video capture shows, and they... like millions of people watch them and you're like, these people aren't even funny. What if we put funny people who also are gamers?
Or us.
Or you guys.
Us. You can also have us.
You're funny, Steve Agee. You have good taste in hats, I'll give you that.
Doing our first episode.
On Monday.
Is this on? Can you hear me at all?
I can't really hear you and I'm right here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just apathy. Got it.
I think because there are no speakers aimed back at the stage, so we're catching our voices off the back of this room.
Yeah.
Come in, you guys, sit down. Sit down. Do you want us to start over?
So our first episode is being recorded Monday, I believe, right?
Don't talk about the secret circle.
Yeah.
It's a secret circle. My
Did
power's
somebody
too
tell
strong.
me the plot of that? Because I walked in last
The plot
time,
was...
and I regretted not being here for the whole
Someone
thing.
said no one's done The Craft or Charmed in a while.
That's true. We need it every 5 years, or else the witches will come for us.
People who made it are probably here somewhere.
No, they're not.
They
And they
were.
would agree.
I think I see the No, they don't look like that.
Oh, witches are great, but if you wanted to have sex with them, that'd be even better.
And you do. You definitely do.
There's a lot of sexy witch scissor sex. All right, let's move on. That's what closing the circle means. That's the hidden message, you guys.
That's her secret circle.
That's the message.
Many people have been in her secret circle.
It's obvious.
It's not that much of a secret anymore, really.
Yeah, it's a public circle.
That's how they cast their spells.
Yeah, who said public circle?
That's a public
Straight up
circle.
public circle.
This is going to devolve really quickly. I
Yeah,
can't help it. This is what happens when you get comics together.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you get comics and sexy witches together. This is what happens. Justin Donaldson down there has been hosting an amazing show at the UCB Theater in Los Angeles for the past few years called Tournament of Nerds. And I was a judge on it last year. Kumail was a judge on it as well. And do you want to explain the show, Justin?
Yeah, it's a debate show. And if you can believe this, it's the nerdiest debate show that you've ever seen. Because we debate kind of who's better and who would win in fights between people like Gandalf and Superman, or Pee Wee Herman and...
Like Bill Cosby and Kevin McAllister? Like that kind of thing?
Insane Clown Posse against Willy Wonka.
That's a good one. Always bet on Wonka.
And these are serious issues, folks, that we've needed answers to, and we're out to find those answers.
Do you think maybe you could have a debate between Secret Circle and Vampire Diaries?
Well, I didn't want to give away any spoilers, but I say subscribe to the Nerdist channel and find out.
There's no good outcome for that.
Dear diary, today I ate another person. I am a vampire.
You're going to see just an array of CW shows if you turn into the Tournament of Nerds. We're bringing back old WB shows, the old UPN lineup, the bunny that was in that WB show. It's it's almost strictly WB.
Gossip Girl versus the Gilmore Girls.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's almost
Gilmore Girls wins.
By the way, I just heard that Secret Circle got canceled.
Sorry, guys.
Right now?
This was the test audience.
You guys failed.
You guys did fail.
You laughed in all the wrong places.
Which was all of them.
Alex Albrecht and Allison Hayslip. Alex, of course, I'm sure you know from Dignation or Totally Rad. Or Alex is a pioneer in the world of web video.
Did you know that?
That means I'm old. Anytime
Pioneer.
anybody uses the word pioneer on a panel, it means, well, the oldest person at the panel is the pioneer.
Alex and I were on the vintage internet.
When he cranked it with rats. It's actually pre-steampunk.
Remember, what you gotta do, Alex? You gotta get yourself some of them animated GIFs on your homepage.
Yeah. Oh, I have Dancing Jesus in the toaster with the wind.
Yep, flying toasters.
Definitely
Flying
toasters.
I think all that stuff is going to be really good.
It's gonna
I
be
really
cool.
do. I miss when web pages were information and also like seizures. when you could be like, I kind of understand what I'm supposed to. And then it's like, who ordered pants? That's how I ordered all my pants. I'm falling asleep on my keyboard.
I'm totally connected at 28.8. I'm zooming.
28.8. Whoa, what are you in the future?
Yeah, I am in the future. Sink all your money into web things now.
Yes, exactly.
Allison, Alex and I talked for a month or two about what kind of show would be a fun sort of follow-up after Dignation, and so we sort of came up with this idea called 4 Points, where we basically take 4 people that represent, different sectors like technology or gaming or comics or whatever, and it's just sort of a round table where everyone sort of kicks around whatever the topic of the day is, but from their different points of view. And Allison Hayslip, who I worked with for a long time at G4, which I loved. I poked fun at G4, but that was a really fun place to work.
G4 was awesome.
It was fun. I don't work there anymore. You don't work there anymore either.
No, we're like the unemployed G4 people.
Fine G4. I'm going to start my own G4. So, but it was really fun. But I feel like G4 had some limitations, and so just in terms of the types of programming, and I know they wanted to make a lot more original programming, but it was always hard because of there were budget constraints, and so
Cops is really expensive.
And cheaters. What are cheaters and cops? But yeah.
Cheaters.
You laugh, that's 18 hours.
I always love on Cheaters that they get these people who it's like the most embarrassing moment of their life and they're sobbing, but still at some point afterwards they have to go up and go, will you sign this release? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah. Do I get to be on TV?
Television?
I get to
I'm
be
on
on the
television?
TV?
Yeah. You get to see me crying, right? You get to see me crying?
I look great. I'm sure.
Was Cheaters the one where the guy actually got stabbed? The host got stabbed?
Yeah.
On a boat, I think.
Or shot or something?
I don't know how that kind of fucks that guy.
I know. Every episode I'm like, this guy's gonna get stabbed, right? And then it never happened. And then I read that it happened, and it was the best day of my life.
Yeah.
Can we just be honest that with the quality of people on that show, they could have just called it Stabbers?
Yeah.
That
Has
was the
anyone ever
spin-off.
not been cheating when they look into it? Has anyone ever not been cheating? That's my question about cheaters.
I don't think so.
They
One
don't
guy's
air
like,
those
no one was
episodes.
planning your surprise party. I wasn't
And then
cheating
the
on
woman's
you.
like, well, I guess I should trust more.
I can't believe these shows, these people have one significant other, and then they have 2.
They actually have 2, yeah.
It's really surprising.
Anyway, that's our topic, that's our panel on cheaters.
Yeah, no, seriously. If you ever feel like there's not someone in the world for you, the creepiest people on Cheaters have found 2 people. Yeah. So no matter
That's
what
so
you think
depressing.
about yourself, there is someone out there for you. Maybe at least 2 people.
You can probably find them out by watching Cheaters. And then go to that Chili's.
Hey, that guy's single now.
Yeah, right. I saw you on Cheaters. You were amazing. I've been thinking of stabbing my boyfriend.
Do those people have IMDb pages on Cheaters?
Amazing. Oh, it's sad.
I
It's
bet
sad.
they could.
I was crying convenience store lady on episode 429 of Cheaters. I also, there's the whole the Nerdist Industries thing that we've been working on for a while. There's a lot of different branches that we're working on. We now have the Nerdist newsletter. We merged with Geek Chic Daily, and so we now have a daily Nerdist News email newsletter that's not like crappy spam. It's actually things that, and we really do try to handpick things that we would care about. And because we are in the demographic of the people that we're making stuff for, I feel like that's the best way to make stuff. So nerdistnews.com is the Nerdist newsletter now. Of course, we're doing other podcasts. Matt Myra here is going to be doing a podcast with Scott Mosier of the Smodcast fame.
Yeah, it's going to be a View Askew Nerdist joint.
Yeah.
I don't think we can say that.
Phoebe, four eyes
and beard.
4 eyes and a beard.
Because I have 4 eyes, and then I just stare at Scott Mosier's fucking beard. It's so gorgeous. It really is. Have you seen it?
I've seen his beard,
You
yeah.
lose yourself in that shit.
It's really nice. Oh, speaking of beards, you had the world beard champion on Tournament of Nerds not that long ago.
Yeah, a couple months back we had, he's on the IFC show. Whisker Wars, yeah.
That's
And
a
just for
show.
That's a show.
Yeah, Whisker Wars.
Wait,
That
how
show's
have I
on
not seen
television.
this?
This is so up your alley, Matt Myra. You would
If you
love
put
this
any word in front of wars, I will watch it.
Storage.
Cheater Wars.
I watch fucking
Parking
Cupcake
Wars.
Wars. Yeah, Cupcake
Woman,
Wars.
yeah.
Hey, Justin Willman hosts that.
Yeah.
Who's doing Magic
I know.
Meltdown.
He was
He hates his life on that show.
A lot of wars on television.
A lot of wars. Well, we're in a
Can't
war
we just
like
have Cupcake Peace? So tell us about you told me the story about the beard champion, which I was appalled by.
Yeah, this guy, he really knew that he was the world champion of something. And
Not in the Judah
yeah.
Friedlander way.
Yeah, no, he was a dick. Yeah, he was a major dick. Like, we at the live show that we do, we have this nerd championship belt, and our debaters are real hardcore nerds, and they take their debates really seriously, and this belt means something to them. And this guy just like took it and threw it on the ground and was like, "I'm not a nerd, I'm a real champion." He's a world champion of beards.
I
He
told
talked
you,
about like training and being an athlete.
I told you fucking grab that beard, just take the scissors and go, "How you like me now, Samson?" And then you like run away screaming and throw his hair in his face.
But the best part of meeting the world beard champion is before the show, he came up to me and told me, and I had never met him before, this is the first time I ever met him, that Morgan Spurlock had just done a documentary about him, and that he comes off as a real asshole, and when the documentary comes out, it's going to ruin his life. So he only has 2 or 3 good months left before it's all downhill.
I like the fact that he blamed Morgan Spurlock and not the fact that he's an asshole. The assholes never blame themselves.
He said he was going through a real bad time.
It's all Morgan Spurlock's fault.
Fast food got a bad rap, man. Although I will say, after watching Super Size Me, I went immediately to McDonald's and had a Big Mac. Because I just kept looking at all the food and I was like, God, I do
looked
love
delicious.
Big Macs.
Yeah.
And he was like, my liver's shutting down. And I was like, yeah, that sauce is amazing, Morgan Spurlock. I agree with you. French fries are amazing. I swear to God, I literally went straight to McDonald's and had a Big Mac.
And then after that, I watched Doug Benson's Super High Me, which is amazing.
It's a very good movie.
I saw Doug Benson when he was doing Super High Me, where he was sober for 30 days and then stoned every second he was awake for 30 days. And I saw him like day 20 into it, and his eyes were just little slits and his face is all red. And I was like, "Are you okay, Doug?" And he's like, "I've never felt better in my life." And he was not kidding.
Yeah.
They keep turning yours on and off. It's fun.
Okay.
From up here, it sounds like we're in a 1930s presidential press conference.
And none of us are going to get
I
elected,
promise-
especially not me.
I promise
Or
a new
the
deal for
girls.
America. Americans need to get back to work.
What did his beard look like? What makes him the world
You
champion
know,
of
it wasn't
beards?
that impressive. I expected it to be like 5 foot long. It just,
Just some fucking
it
beard?
was nicely trimmed. I mean, I guess there's different things that they judge on. I don't know.
Have you seen the video on YouTube of the guy who has the beard cage? Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
That guy should be the world champion of
cage.
beards.
And this guy comes out in this show, in this beard competition, and there's like this Victorian cage in the shape of a beard around his head, and he comes out and everyone loses their mind, and then he opens the door and takes a sip of tea through the cage, and everyone just goes berserk.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what a dick he must be if this guy is an asshole? What a prick. I met like a food champion guy, I forget his name, but he was super nice, and he is also a cameraman for porn, so I guess it doesn't pay the bills as much as